These little balls up here are what are called zooxanthellae. They are a type of dinoflagellate that has a very, very important role in many things. So they are almost entirely symbiotic, meaning they live within other organisms and both organisms benefit. The main best example of organisms that are symbiotic with the zooxanthellae is coral. They live within the cells of the different types of coral, and there are many types of zooxanthellae that live within many types of coral. Now, the coral protects the zooxanthellae, it gives them just a safe environment, and in turn, the zooxanthellae provide the coral with nutrients. The zooxanthellae are photosynthetic, meaning they can make energy from the sun's light. Now, coral are animals, so they are not capable of doing photosynthesis. So they host these little dinoflagellates, and the dinoflagellates do the photosynthesis and make the glucose and other molecules, which they then transfer over to the coral, and the coral can use that as energy and to make their own biomolecules. Now, this is very, very important because corals make up the entire ecosystem of coral reefs, so they are very, very important, as most people do know. However, there can be some problems with this, mainly the phenomenon called coral bleaching. Healthy, happy coral looks like this. It's super colorful, it's vibrant, and it looks just bright and healthy. However, when coral gets stressed, it undergoes bleaching and looks like this. Now, this bleaching happens because when corals get too stressed, they will just kind of yeet their dinoflagellates out into the open ocean. The coral just gets too stressed out and it expels those zooxanthellae out into the water, and then the coral pretty much just dies. Now, the bleached coral looks like this, all sad and white, because in addition to providing the coral with nutrients, the zooxanthellae are also responsible for the pigment in most type of coral. So when the zooxanthellae are expelled due to the corals being just stressed the fuck out, it goes from this to that, because there's no more pigment. Now, the zooxanthellae aren't just found in corals, they are actually symbiotic with a number of animal species, including giant clams, some species of nudibranchs or sea slugs, as well as jellyfish. They do the basically same functions in those other organisms as they do with coral, helping provide nutrients, energy, as well as pigment, and so if those other organisms also get stressed, they are prone to bleaching as well. It's just not as obvious. When those other organisms are stressed, they too expel the zooxanthellae. However, some, like giant clams, have been recorded in regaining their zooxanthellae and come back from bleaching. So the stressors that cause the expulsion are mainly due to changes in temperature. So mobile organisms such as jellyfish and nudibranchs are a little bit less prone to bleaching, because if it's too hot in one area, they are capable of moving to a cooler area to some degree, so they are a little bit less prone to the bleaching.